Hello friends, and welcome to this week's Dirt Report. Have I got some stories for you today? Unbelievable week. It's just been crazy. Well, in a telco sense of the word anyway. We have threats, we have backfires, and we have milking. Stay tuned to find out. And if you are staying tuned, maybe consider subscribing to see more Dirt Reports and other tech and gadget related content on this channel. So let's start with some small news about our beloved NBN. Well, your friendly neighborhood credit ratings agency S&P Global Ratings has come out to defend, that's right, the NBN against the evil and dangerous 5G network. They said they do not expect 5G fixed wireless broadband networks to replace the NBN in the near to medium term, due to the heavy capital spending that many major telcos have already stretched their budgets for the next couple of years, and 5G investment will have to hold off. Reality of money, I suppose. Personally, I think it's a bunch of intact male cow droppings. 5G isn't being rolled out because NBN Co doesn't have the backbone fiber network to support 5G across the nation, except some major city centers. It will soon though, but just not now, and hopefully maybe in the next 5 to 10. Okay, on to the next paddock. 2 years ago, Telstra upgraded all their 25 megabits second customers to 50 megabits, something that would have been seen as a welcome gift. Well, many people took issue, or at least offense, when their speeds were not upgraded at all, well, with little to no improvement, mainly to those on fiber to the node and fiber to the curb, which is not surprising at all. Now, back in 2017, the ACCC got involved and jumped on Telstra's back about the whole thing. Now, the problem lies in the connection type, not Telstra, but they should have at least checked the max attainable rates of each customer before doing that. In the end, people are still not happy with free stuff. In any case, this means an extra 180,000 services that likely need to be downgraded again to a lower NBN speed tier or offered some other form of remediation. ACCC Chair Rod Sims said, "We are looking closely at other telcos who gave us similar undertakings to ensure they are checking speeds and providing options to consumers, not getting maximum speeds as promised." It's the same sing-song dance. So let's move on. Imagine you are at a nice family picnic. Because that's what people do, go to picnics. And imagine for a moment your father and mother named you Jimbo. Not Jim, but Jimbo. And your aunt Griselda asks, what does young Jimbo do for work? And with much hesitation, you say that you work at an IT company of sorts. She prods further with her 9-inch pink nails, and you, young Jimbo, scared of getting Edward scissor-handed, quietly murmur, NBN Co. The secret is out, your secret identity is revealed, the news spreads like the Queensland fires, and your entire extended family, including the not sure if legal but they make a really nice cupcake side of the family, know that you work for NBN Co. So what do you do to protect yourself? Well, NBN Co has your back, of course. They have in fact created a self-service app that its staff can use to protect themselves from family and friends. This is a pretty familiar sight. As soon as you say that you know anything about IT, your family is out to get some free services. Now, however, you don't need to be a home help desk resource anymore. NBN Co's solution to this is an app called NBN Go, and it's unrelated to Pokemon Go, so you're not going to be catching faults out in the streets. It enables staff to access NBN Co's knowledge base when they're out and about. Because it doesn't work at home, the internet is a bit too slow. You know how it goes. The app can also be used to raise a support ticket in front of the person with the problem and provide them with a time frame when support will come back to them. In all honesty, I appreciate that NBN Co has made a staff-only app to help their employees out. It's quite a goodwill gesture to have your own company provide you with the means to help your sphere of influence. And then you can say to Aunt Griselda, let me book that fault with NBN Co right now. Now, it means no more prodding and people get on with their lives. In fact, it would be quite impressive seeing that in person. So friends, to book that NBN Co appointment to fix your internet, all you have to do is be friends with someone who works there, or work there yourself. Let me know in the comments below what you think of that. Let's move on to our final few stories. While the NBN rollout will continue into the new year, and in my opinion, beyond, it seems that NBN Co is skipping past a few too hard to do homes. A new statistic from Telstra has shown that some premises are waiting nearly 2 years to connect to the NBN. And I know that to be true because many of you have commented below saying so. So this is not at all surprising to some of you. Telstra managed a lot of the disconnections from copper onto NBN network systems as part of their agreement with NBN Co. back in the day. And they have noted that the number of premises who still cannot connect to the NBN has grown substantially. The 2-year migration window has lapsed for many residents, and with no services and no recourse, they are stuck in a limbo. The numbers are in the thousands, and while many wish to at least go back to ADSL, this is a far bigger job than connecting to the current NBN system. We've talked about this in the past, where businesses are just left stranded. I'll keep an eye out for more news around this, and hopefully it will be resolved soon. After all, according to NBN Co, they should be nearing completion. Now, a small side story to this, and maybe it's more of a conspiracy theory, but nonetheless, NBN Co has come out of their dungeon and said that many RSPs will milk the rebates for faulty or slow services for a windfall of cash, even if it means the customer takes longer to get their service. I wonder how much rebate there is in a 2-year waiting period, eh? These accusations are NBN Co's first response to the ACCC's proposal for fees when services are faulty, hoping to raise the standards of services by NBN Co. A lot of these comments were made behind closed doors, and now they have gone public. It has been festering for quite a while, but from what I have read so far, the only folks who will get the money are the customers, who are already out of luck anyway. So NBN Co is pulling a string, fairly short one at that anyway. Let's finish off with our last story, and really the saddest one of the day. Sadder than how disappointing the last Star Wars movie was. Also, don't expect much from the next one either, but The Mandalorian is good. I don't know why I want to talk about that, but I was excited about The Mandalorian. NBN Co is threatening to not upgrade any of the fiber to the node connections due to the ACCC's rebate scheme, and as part of the previous story stated, they have come out swinging from a branch like a maniac. While apparently these upgrades are based on their own discretion of doing them, and upgrades that were told in the past are not happening and suddenly they are, but they are now not happening because ACCC's NBN Co have said rehabilitation of the copper network are under threat because of punitive rebate schemes proposed by its regulators. Let me translate that statement for you. I am not going to bring you the service I promised because I will get in trouble if I don't bring you the service I promised. Let's quickly recap what these fines are. It's $13.50 per business day, capped at $270 for late or delayed connections to its network. $30 a day, capped at $1,150 for slow fault fixes. $75 when its technicians miss appointments, up from $25. And we talked about this a few weeks back, they've been missing thousands every month. The penalty is there to incentivize a tight strategy and good services to the public. NBN Co have come out with a 75-page rebuttal to the ACCC scheme called Submission to the ACCC Draft Decision on the NBN Wholesale Services Standard Inquiry. And I am sure someone will read that. Well, I did, and here are some highlights that are completely out of context. The recipient must not use the document other than the consent of NBN and must make its own inquiries as to the currency, accuracy, and completeness of this document and the information contained on it. Bing. The contents of this document should not be relied upon. Bing. As a prerequisite to any regulatory intervention, there must be a clear evidence of market failure. Bing. Excessively high rebates would also divert resources away from other present and future customer experience initiatives. Bing. The draft FAD would negatively affect future investors' willingness to invest in telecommunications network infrastructure in Australia. Bing. NBN is fully aware of the challenges it faces and will continue to face given the size or complexity of the challenge brought about for all Australians by the NBN network. Bing. There is no basis to conclude, and it has not been demonstrated that any proposed interventions will achieve better outcomes than the industry will achieve through negotiation without regulatory intervention. Okay friends, enough of that. Thank you very much for watching this week's update. We could spend hours talking about all the rebuttal, but all in all, it's just another way to say we don't want to be policed, leave us alone. We're probably doing a good job, but maybe not in the eye of the public. If you like this video, then tap that like button. If you would like to see more videos like these and other tech-related videos from Australia, then consider subscribing. So thank you very much, friends, and I'll catch you guys in another one. Bye! Bing!